There we go. Hello, hello, my friends. We are live today with what to do at 2. So we got in some new dies. We're going to talk about those. We're going to play with some Distress Glaze today. We have a full schedule. Awesome. Thank you. And my trusty assistant is here, of course. Couldn't do it without him. So I'm going to get logged into the computer here so that I can see what we're doing. And so that I can hear from you guys. And get my microphone plugged in so you guys can hear me, hopefully. All right, we are plugged in. All right. Are you able to get it over there? Okay. And I'm going to get it over here, I hope. Oop, I think I saw it. Episode 12. Here we go. All right. Okay. How is everyone doing today? So beautiful outside. So lovely. Hi, Elizabeth. Shirley. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Nan. All right. And Judy. Hello. Hey, Judy, I did send you an email, but I think I might have missed your window, so maybe tomorrow. Okay. So I have some fun stuff. Are we on episode 13? Wait, I thought we were on episode 12. Oh, hi, Renee. Marjana. Ah, it's like the whole crew is here. Oh, goodness. So we were up late last night sorting and emailing and all kinds of stuff. So it feels like we've been busy nonstop. Well, hi, Cheryl. All right. So I think we will get started. I wanted to show you guys some new dies that came in today, and we're gonna make a couple things with a couple of them. And so, am I good? Okay. I'm on 13. Wait, did we do 12 Did I lose count? Was it 12 yesterday? All right, well, I'll edit it. I don't know. It's a good thing you guys all know how to count. So, all right, so we got in a shipment of new dies from Tutti Designs. They are out of New York, and I love these designs because they are typically different than a lot of ones that you see out there. You know what? Could I ask you for a favor? Could you grab me a cup of water with just a splash of hot water in it so it's a drinkable temperature? Like a 7-year-old. So, anyways, so we got in from them, we got in some of the nesting dies, and I thought there might have been other designs, but this is what we got. And if I recall correctly, I don't know that we've got these checked in, but these are only like $13.99 for these nesting dies. And what I love about them is they're a great size. Thank you so much. They are a great size for cards. And so this one especially, this is a brand new design. We've carried their nesting dies before, and they're super, super popular. Oh, hi, Charlotte. And my dad's here. Great. And this is a new design for them. And what I liked about this one is it's a stitched hexagon. So with all the bee stuff that's that we've been working on lately, I thought this would be cool because you can make windows, or you could make, panels and things like that. So we got those ones in. And then I got in, now we didn't get very many. Are you sure this is it? I thought there was 4 from the graduation. Can you just double check for me? I think there was one more, like a silhouette of some people jumping or something. Anyways, so we didn't get a ton of graduation dies, but I did want to get some so that, because I know I've heard from a number of people that they have seniors, and the seniors are a little bit nervous this year because things are kind of off with graduation. So I thought maybe it would be still a good idea to make some graduation cards and let them, there we go, thank you. Can you just double check that I have all of them, because I feel like I'm still missing a few things. Because with the way that they're feeling, I thought it would be great if we still did some cards for our graduates. So again, these dies are so reasonably priced, and if we need some prices, we've got the assistant for that. But this one here, it says congrats grad, but what is great is they are a good sized die. And then this one has your silhouettes for both the guy and the girl. I really, really like this one. This one has the celebrating graduates. Yay, we finally made it. And so you could do a bunch of different things with that one. That one is cool. And then this one says you did it. So, and it's got the scroll, and you could paper piece this one to get some cool designs. So we do have those for the graduates. And then there is a couple of sentiments that we got in, and I like these because, again, the price is great, but you have two different sizes. So depending on how your card works out, you've got two different things. And both hello and hugs, these are really, really good sentiments right now, because all of our friends that are getting cards really, they need hugs. Air hugs, but hugs nonetheless. And then there's always, you know, there's always the right time for a hello card. Okay, and then we got some sea themed. See, I don't think he brought me all of my dies. So, I don't know. We got some sea themed dies. And so this one here is one that I'm going to kind of talk to you about in just a little bit, because we worked with some Distress Glaze embossing powders to make this card, and it is so fun the way that we did this one. So that's this guy, and he's a really, really good size. I love that. That one's so cute and very different. This one is a neat one, if you can see this one. So this one is a circle die, maybe, I don't know, 3 inches or something like that. And it's got an octopus in there, it's got a seahorse and fishes, starfish, and some shells. And this one, I think this one would be so cool if you cut it out and then cut it in some other colors and piece those little characters on there. I think you could create a really neat scene in waves. Oh, Dawn is here. Veronica, nice to talk to you again. And this one, I love this. You've got your jellyfish, which is awesome, a sea turtle, and you've got this beautiful tropical fish. So you get those guys. And then this one I think is really neat. Again, I would cut this one out and paper piece some of those little parts in there so you get that variety of color. But look at the size on that one. So, but their background dies, like these ones that are a whole card front, they're really, really reasonably priced. So these ones are, yeah, so my guess is this looks like it'll just fit on an A2 card. Yep, so it'll be perfect for that. Okay, so that is the dies that we have, and I wanted to kind of show you, now I want to delve into what we are going to work on today. Are you on the phone? Okay. Can you still look back through the pile and pick out the ones that you didn't pull me, like the tulip corner you didn't grab, and just maybe go through the packing list and make sure you got one of everything, because I'm pretty sure there's a few things that we're missing. So, okay. So the thing with Distress Glaze is I know a number of you guys got the complete bundle, and others of you were waiting till we had them in individual colors, which we do have. We have all of the colors in stock right now. And so some of you guys wanted to dabble a little bit. So the neat thing about these is they're in the Distress palette, so they're going to be colors that you're sort of familiar with, but they're translucent embossing. So, okay, yep, I got, oh. So this is the other one, and that's everything? Okay, we didn't have any more nesting dies? Okay. So this is the other one that I wanted to show you. I love this one. Tulips, we're in tulip season right now. We're in tulip country. So we're always looking for tulips, but this is a corner, and so I've got kind of a cool card. It's a really simple design. You can gussy it up even more if you want, but I'm going to show you guys how I did this one too, because it's kind of a neat thing. So, okay, so this die here is this guy, and he cuts out not only the outside but all of these little pieces when he cuts. So there's so many things that you can do with this die, but I decided that I wanted to play with some of the different colors of the embossing glaze when I put them together and see what we could do. So he is almost done, but we saved the pebbles so that I could show you guys kind of how this works, and then how the rest of this card is going to go together. And I just used, for his little backdrop here, I just used one of those nesting dies from Tutti that just came in, one of the squares. So, all right, I have myself a piece of white paper, and what you're going to want is some kind of a background stamp. And the thing with this is that you don't really need to worry too much about what the background stamp is, okay? You can, because what I did is on the whale, I used words, but on the other pieces, I actually used foliage. And what's cool about that is you can't tell what it is.
It's like a robot.
Oh. Sorry. I'm just really excited to tell you guys about this. Okay. He had to tell me to loosen up. It's been, you know, it's funny because I don't know what's going on, but maybe it's the change and it's so bright out now, but we went to bed what felt like early, and then still I woke up early, and so it feels like I'm not getting as much sleep as time I spend in bed, according to my Fitbit. If you guys use the Fitbit, you know what we're talking about. So, okay. So I'm going to use this one. This is from, you've seen me use this one on various other cards. This is from the Flower Shop. But really, any stamps will work. So what I like about this one is, in essence, it is kind of a background stamp. So I'm just using some regular white paper, and what you want to do is you want to use some kind of an ink that isn't going to smudge when we put the embossing ink over the top, because that's what's going to hold on the Distress Glaze. So when you put this down, we're going to heat set it, but like Distress ink doesn't necessarily work that well, because when we put the embossing ink over the top, it's just going to react with that. Now, the trick to these is we don't actually want it to be foliage, so we're just going to take this and we're just going to tap a little bit like this just to give ourselves some background. That's really all we need. And what we're going to do, we're just trying to get the pebbles, so we're just going to hold our little die up here, make sure we've got enough coverage, and that's all we need for that. So I'll set that aside to dry. You go it? That is clearly my assistant doing the spelling over there. Okay. So I'm just going to dry this, and that's just going to make sure that, can you guys still hear me when this is going? I think you can, now that I have this awesome microphone. Just make sure that that stays put while we're working on that. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, you can take either your pad or you can take your embossing dauber. Let's just use the pad real quick. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to kind of swipe it over. Then I'm going to look to make sure that I got some good coverage on there, and I think I did. You're going to grab, I always like to use coffee filters. They're quick, they're easy, they're inexpensive. And so the color that I'm using here is Hickory Smoke. This is going to be the Hickory Smoke Distress Glaze. And I used the Morning Mist VersaFine Clair, but if you have archival inks will work great for this as well. And then I'll kind of run through some of the colors that I used for the other ones for combos, just so you guys have that info. Oh, good. Thanks, Kevin. So I love this. Let me do this on camera so that you guys can see. because it's a translucent embossing powder, the can you see the background through it? It's so neat, right? I just love that. So it means that you can do all kinds of stuff underneath, and you can do this part as sort of a finishing touch to give it a little bit of gloss. Now we did the whole, I'm going to need my assistant. My assistant, here he comes. He's clearly super engrossed in episode 13. He is going to cut the little pebbles out because that's just the last part that we need to do to finish up our whale. Hi, Kim. Yes, isn't it so cute? This is the whale that we're making. So, all right, Dawn, we can chit chat. And so we're going to just be paper piecing this one. This is the hickory smoke pieces. All right. So what he did is he cut it, and I think they all cut through pretty well. So we're going to try to get this out so we can figure out which pebbles go where, because so when I did like the little fishies with this guy, a lot of the fishies are the same size. So they were kind of easy to put in. The greenery is easy to detect, but some of these pebbles may or may not be as easy. So we're going to try to keep those in place just as much as possible, which doesn't seem to be necessarily happening perfectly, but okay. So what I'm going to do is, this is where you're going to be really happy to have your fine tip glue bottle, and as you know which pieces are which, I just put a little dollop of glue right in there, and if you have like a pickup tool or something like that, that will probably be very handy for you. But I'm just going to place them in there, and they just pop right into place, and that glue from underneath will hold them, so you don't have to worry too much. So if you just do a little dollop, they stay in place really quite well. I just love this guy. I think he is so cool. So cool. You could even do a tone on tone. I think that would be a really pretty one too. I just wanted to today be able to use him as an example for some of these Distress Glazes, because they're so fun to play with, and the effects that you can get from them are just so neat. So, okay, so let's see. I'm missing this piece here, it looks like. It's gone somewhere. So, but that's okay. We can always cut it later if need be. No need to hold up the show here. Because my assistant has already gone to sit down. I think he's taking notes today. So, so this one isn't necessarily a fast card, but boy, it is so stunning when you look at this whale. It's so, so pretty. And I'll hold it up to the camera. Hopefully you guys can get a good look. And I will try to remember, I keep forgetting sometimes, but I'll try to remember to take close-up pictures for the newsletter so that you guys actually can see what some of these cards look like up close. Because I think with the video, even though it's in focus, sometimes it's a little bit harder to see some of the detail. Did one of my pebbles fall out over there? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I think I found it. It's right here in front of me. I have so many spots on this Ranger mat that they all kind of blend together. So, and then so the card goes together really, really well if all you have to do is pebbles. But I cut this one down because I didn't have a sentiment handy for him that I wanted to use. But something, you know, there's all kinds of ones. Now my dad, he is really, really into whales. So if he weren't watching this, he might have been getting this in the mail. But he is watching, so now he's already spoiled the surprise. Unless my dad just showed up. He did. That is funny. I was literally just talking about giving you this card.
Oh, well, I was in the parking lot.
But I just lost that thing because I was talking about you. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So you can go over and, oh. All right. Well, I'm not sure what my dad is doing, but now he's starting to hover. So,
He's taking pictures.
it's because the assistant can't be counted on to take the pictures, I don't think.
He's laughing at me. It's a family affair.
Okay. All right. But not to worry, friends. Scrappy is taking pictures from 6 feet away. So.
With telephoto.
Oh, oh, great. Great. That's good. I wasn't warned that there would be paparazzi today, so I have regular crafting hair, not, picture quality crafting hair, but.
You have hair.
I have hair, which I guess, yeah, my dad, it's better than. Okay. So anyways, so I wanted to show you guys up close, and hopefully you can see all the detail and the shine from this one. So I decided I was going to leave those little bubbles out because I thought that looked pretty cool right there. Hey, Veronica, if you want to do that, we can actually put it in your package before we take it to the post office today. So anyways, so that's what I wanted to show you about the whale. Now I wanted to show you guys something else really cool. So can you pop over here for a second? In that bag of stuff that you were cleaning, can you grab me one of the actual pieces of this one? So we were doing a lot of cleaning today, and we found some paper that was a little bit there. And so I thought it would be cool to try. Did you find it? Yeah. So we found some of this paper here. And I thought it would be cool to try some pattern paper with the Distress Glaze, because what that means is I don't have to create a background. But what's neat too is that if you look closely at this is actually a winter paper. And so I wanted to reuse it because it's not winter, and so turn it into something that is current and springy. So what we decided to do, by we, I mean me, but my trusty assistant did the die cutting, is we die cut it into that tulip. You remember that tulip corner piece, one that I showed you guys? So this one here. But now that it's in the tulips, look, it doesn't even look like snowflakes anymore. It looks like little flowers on there. Isn't that cool? I love that. It's so neat. So what we're going to do is we are going to put the Distress Glaze on here, and then it is going to it's going to be really dynamic, and we're going to make a really quick card with it. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And the card is very, very simple, but easy to embellish a little bit more if you want to. Okay, so just so this is on camera, but off to the side, so out of my way when I heat it, I'm going to use my embossing dauber for this. You could also push it right into your pad if you want to. So you just want to get pretty decent coverage as best as you can. On the second one that I did some already, but I wanted to do one so that you guys could see how this worked, because it's so neat. I think embossing powder is one of those things that when you use it, it always has a wow effect when you're making things. It's cool when it's done too, but it's one of those really rewarding crafting things where as you use it and it starts to melt, you're like, yay, I just love that. So, okay, so I'm going to put it in here, and for this one, I'm going to use broken china, and it's just because it might be a weird color for tulips, but it's because it looked good with the paper that I picked. So, Dad, we can hear you, so you got to use your quiet voice. Okay, so, all right. Now, I'm going to just emboss this. Now, you might notice that we missed a few pieces. So, you can either leave it like that because it is Distress embossing glaze, or we can fix it when we're done. So, I'm going to just let this heat up just a second. Okay? I'm going to hold it with my die pick just so that I don't burn my little fingers here and it doesn't blow away. And we're going to heat this. And it goes relatively quickly because I'm using the Wow embossing tool, and I'm using it on the high speed. So you'll see that we're just kind of rolling along very, very quickly. So like in no time flat, we're done. Okay, so let me hold this up so you guys can see it. Look at that. So that snowflake paper that was left over from who knows how long ago, and it turned into this beautiful corner. And I can see, like, say on this one right here, I missed a little bit. So all I'm going to do is just take my embossing dauber, make sure this is cool so I don't muck up the top. And I'm just going to put a little bit here, wherever I might have missed something. And then I'm going to stick it right back. Oh, you know, the Wow embossing pad, that is the one that comes from the company that does embossing powder. And it is an ultra slow drying pad. So it's not going to dry out on you, and it's going to hold its, you know, stamped shape for a little bit longer. So that's why we like to use it. And I'm finding I'm getting really good coverage with my Wow pad. And we did just get some back in stock. So for those of you guys that had your name on the list, you probably have heard from me or will be hearing from me shortly. And if you didn't have your name on the list, then let me know, because we do have them in. And I really, really like them. Okay, so there we go. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so neat. Okay, so I'm going to set that off to the side. Can you pop over here real quick, assistant? I know that you're chatting with Scrappy, who's now distracting you, but I need your help for a moment because I'm tethered in.
I'm leaving.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I need you to grab that. I put it out of my reach. I'm afraid I will strangle myself. Okay. All right. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you real quick a quick card that'll work awesome with these tulip corners. So I have cut this one to 4 inches by 12 inches. So I'm going to make a gatefold card. Okay. So to make a gatefold card that it's going to meet in the middle, because that's where I want my corners. So you're going to take your 12 inches and you're going to score at 3 inches and you're going to score at 9 inches. What this does is it gives you a 3-inch panel over here and a 3-inch panel over here, and it'll give you 6 inches in the middle. Okay, so, oops, I still need that. And then what I like to do to make sure, I think that's all I need, but since he's all over there. So what I do to make sure that they meet is I just do a gentle fold right here and a gentle fold right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line them up right in the middle, make sure that they're perfectly touching here, and then I'm going to crease this, okay? Because if I do it that way, I can make sure that I have perfect touching in the middle, which is what I want. Oh, this thing is covered in powder. Hold on, let me, I got powder everywhere. Now I have to dry it. Okay. Okay. Oh, I got powder on everything. I don't know how I did that. I was so careful. Okay, so now we have these, I have 2 corners here, but if I rotate, they go like this. And then I can just glue them right here, and they'll meet in the middle of this card. Isn't that neat? I just think this is so pretty, and there's so many ways that you can make this a little fancier. I just wanted to keep things quick today and really focus on the embossing glaze because I think that stuff is so neat. So, and it comes in a bunch of colors. It comes in 12 colors, and perhaps my assistant could bring us all the colors and we can kind of show you which colors are your options. He's on it. Because if you want to try out even just a couple of them, I think that they're really, really fun. And they add an element of glaze to your die cuts and your projects that other types of embossing powders may or may not add. So it's just kind of having the right stuff in your in your tool shed for crafting. So what's so cool about this, I just love, look at all that texture that's under there that came from the pattern paper. Isn't that neat? Just makes me so happy. Okay. Oh, he's he's loading up his delivery tray. Oh, it cracks me up. Cracks me up every time. Every time. Okay. Hang on 1 second. I gotta get that going the right way. And then I'm just gonna line that one up here. It like fits perfectly on this little gatefold. Now, you could also make this gatefold card much taller, but this is a 4x6 card. And then what I'm gonna do is I just cut this to, just 1 second. I just cut this to 3 7/8 by 5 7/8 because when I open this up, I wanted to be able to put this right on the inside so I had a nice place to, oh, here, I'll take them. Oh, okay. Because you think they're going to roll all over the place, huh? He was going to deliver them a la the foot, but then you just want to make sure all your stuff closes. And voila, easy peasy. Isn't that cool? Just makes me so happy, right? Very, very easy card. Okay, so these are all the colors. He brought me a whole bunch. Did you bring me even the ones I had over here already? Okay, so this is your full color spectrum here. You've got weathered wood, cracked pistachio, peeled paint, and peeled paint is what we used on this card here. And just if you want a closer look of the peeled paint. So hard to be precise with giant feet. Foot germs. So this is peeled paint, and then I used the Rainforest Versifying Clear as my embellishing ink underneath it. So that is the peeled paint right here. And then we have Fired Brick and Tattered Rose. Tattered Rose is the other one that I used right here. And just so you have a better view, it's this color right here. And my embellishing ink. Yeah, Laura, he is, he's very creative. He doesn't talk much, but he loves delivering product. So this one is the Tulip Red in the Versifying Clair, and that one worked really, really well. I think, look at how cool the seahorse turned out. Isn't that neat? So, okay, and then we have Walnut Stain, we have Fossilized Amber, we have Antique Linen, Hickory Smoke. Hickory Smoke is what we used on the pebbles when we did that real quick. And Broken China, and Broken China is the whole color of this little guy, and what we used on the tulips. These all have stuff on them. Rusty Hinge and Vintage Photo. So this is the first release of the embossing glaze. So these are the colors that are available right now from Ranger. So we have them all in stock if you guys decide to that you want to play with a few of them. If you haven't, if you have them at home, you now have the challenge in your hands to give them a try. So that is the demo that I had scheduled for today, and I thank you guys so much for, we're not even in focus. You guys can't even see it. Thank you guys all so much for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow with another project. Oh, what's the price on these? They're like 3 for, I don't know, 3 for $18, something like that. We don't know what we're doing again tomorrow, but it will be a surprise for all of us. So thank you guys so much, and have a great evening. See you tomorrow at 2. Bye-bye.